Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dangerous to Game Alone. I'm Tosicamir, here by myself today, exploring a game that I've been playing for about 2 weeks now, and just really haven't posted any content on, mostly because of the holiday, and wasn't really sure how to do the content, because I'm definitely not a pro at the game by any means. I'm not really trying to be pro or meta or anything like that, and it's a really hard game to kind of get your mind around commentating wise, but at the same time it can be very dull without commentary. And for those of you who have been here when we were streaming, I've always had the issue of having other people's voices on the channel that I didn't have a full level of trust in, and since this is more of a team-based game that uses voice chat on other Discord servers, it can be a little difficult to integrate commentary in with communicating with your teammates. So welcome to Dauntless. Dauntless is a free-to-play game available on all platforms except for mobile. Owned by Phoenix Lab Games under the umbrella of Epic Games. It is a Monster Hunter type game. So any of you who are familiar with Monster Hunter or God Eater should be pretty well at home with what this game is about. I'm going to go through a very quick synopsis on what the game's about, and then I'm going to go into the video, which, we'll get to that. So, I'm playing on the Switch. It has full crossplay, by the way, so you end up playing with anybody. So if your friends don't have a Switch, you can, if they have like an Xbox or a PS4, even a PC, you can play with them. Completely doable, completely acceptable. So the idea is you're a slayer, and your goal is to protect the different islands by destroying the behemoths that are there. The story is kind of like not really there. That's not really the point. The point is the big monster hunts. And the game does run a little bit slow in the lobbies like this. You'll see it run a lot faster here in a bit. So let me give you guys a tour real quick. So this is going to be your main hub for most of the work that you're going to be doing while you're in town. You have 3 sections for weapons. Your 5 basic weapons are here with this guy. Your ether strikers are here with her. And your repeaters are here. There are 7 different weapons in total. And we'll just kind of go into the equipment menu to show you those. So, the 7 different weapons, if we'll just follow up here. If you look on the LR on the upper right side of your screen, sword, axe, hammer, chain blades, warpike, repeaters, and ether strikers. They all have their different play styles. If you're familiar at all with any monster hunting games, you know kind of how that works. I personally picked up the axe first, and that's the set that I'm going to be using. We'll go over that set in a second. So those 3 guys that I just spoke to, those are going to be where you go to build new weapons and upgrade those weapons from parts that you get from defeating the different behemoths, which is what the main focus of the game is. This lady over here creates your armor sets, and there's armor sets for each individual behemoth that you can create and upgrade, basically the same way. Every different behemoth has its own armor set with its own different skills and such of that nature. This gentleman right here makes your lanterns, and lanterns are like kind of like a mini buff that you can choose from, which we'll cover. That's down here, the lanterns. There's a bunch of different lanterns that you can make as you go through the game, and they each have different abilities. And more recently they added a mode called Escalation, where you can charge up your lantern to give yourself additional attack and defense. As you can see, I have an additional 28 attack and defense on all my lanterns. We'll cover how to do that in a moment. One thing you may have noticed as we kind of went through this menu is that there are these purple symbols next to each armor and weapon piece and your lantern. Those are called cells. Cells can go anywhere from a +1 to a +3. And there's 5 different types of cells. We're actually going to go and look at those types of cells here real quick. The next person that you're going to be seeing a lot of, he's called the middleman. and it's through him that you will create your cells that you will be slotting into your armor and weapons in order to make yourself more effective. So I'm just going into my cells so you can see the 5 types of cells. So you have defense cells, power cells, mobility cells, technique cells, and utility cells. Each of these are a specific type that are available depending on what weapons and armor you use. If we go into equipment, I go to like one of my blank loadouts. This will be a loadout that you would start with. As you equip different things, let's go over, take a look at axes. You can actually see in the bottom right-hand corner of each weapon or each armor, depending on what we're talking about, what type of cells can go into that specific weapon, which can matter a lot when it comes to how you want to make your builds, because your build and your skills are what defines your play style and the different things that you can do. For example, and we'll go back to one of my other builds. For example, this axe has a power and a defense cell, whereas this axe has a technique and a utility cell. Each weapon and armor also has their own innate ability on top of that. It's an ability that can be used just like a cell ability, and depending on how high the weapon or armor piece is, it could be anywhere from a +1 to a +3. And certain weapons will also have what are called UEs, or unique effects. This one, for example, as you can read on the screen, generates shadow orbs. It does additional damage. This one charges up as you have more health, and at full charge you do additional radiant damage. This one creates health shields. There's different unique effects. That's for basically weapons and unique helmets, which that's a much later endgame thing. The other armor pieces all have, like this for example, has a +3 ability on it as well, which is the exact same thing as the cell that is in there. So now, what are all these abilities, you're asking? Well, there's a bunch of different abilities, and if we go over here, we can see in the perk summary what our perks and abilities give us. Each of these perks can help define your playstyle. I'll go over this in more detail once I'm done explaining the ins and outs of the game. But this will be your list of everything that you have. One thing I do want to point out right at this point is the highest you can go in any individual perk is +6. If you do have something higher, it will have no additional effect, and you're essentially wasting space in your build. The last thing that's part of your build is your consumables. There's a bunch of different consumables that you can craft, and you craft those by collecting things throughout your hunts. And like I said, they give you can read for yourself as you go through the different effects they give. I'll definitely cover the effects that are being used as we go. To finish off the tour, I'll show off this other few areas. This person here is your main quest giver. You're gonna, through the main part of the game, you're gonna be following her quests in order to get yourself to the point that you can handle any content that's in the game. This person here will help you craft your tonics and most of your consumables, anything that's non-weaponary with the exception of the airstrike beacon. This person will help you craft. Over here you have basically a shortcut to the Hunt Pass. For those of you familiar with other Epic games, the Hunt Pass is basically a XP bar of sorts that lets you get free stuff. You can also pay to get the Elite track and get all the stuff on the Elite track. Anybody who's played Rocket League or has played Fortnite will understand this immediately. I don't think I really need to go into too much detail. The other PCs that you see around will occasionally give you some side quests. The only other thing I do want to mention that I kind of glossed over, because the same person that creates guns also creates your grenades. So you can create grenades here with the same general concept.
of work to do.
And that's basically all that's in the town on a normal basis. In addition, you see these bullheads around. Right now with the Hunt Pass, some of those bullheads will have a red ring on them. You collect every day, 10 of those red rings appear. You collect them all. Each of them are worth 5 Hunt Pass experience. So you can get through the Hunt Pass without even doing any of the extra stuff for the Hunt Pass. Hunt Pass is not what we're going to be focusing on today. Today's video, now that I've kind of gone through that spiel of what the basic area is, forgot this section, excuse me. This here is your end game called Trials. You have to complete the main storyline and complete all the main quests to get to this. Every week there will be a new behemoth with special rules and a special arena, and you're trying to complete it as fast as you can, either solo or in a group. The rewards you get from them can be spent over here at Lady Luck in order to buy cells and upgrades for your weapon, some transmog, which is like how you make your character look cool. Those are bought over here. I think that basically covers the lobby, so we're going to go into the video on what our plans are. So today, since this is going to be our first Dauntless video, and I don't really want to have other people on voice chat, we're going to be playing with random people, and we're going to be playing a mode called Escalation. It's, like I mentioned before, it's relatively new. And Escalation has its own little rule set. So basically when you go into an Escalation map, there's, this is like kind of easy mode, this is hard mode. You get to fight multiple behemoths one after the other You would do this to get some extra break parts, get some extra, get some more fight time. You're slightly powered up to be able to handle this. There's some additional factors that are added, and you'll see as we play. The purpose of the Escalation is twofold. First off, there is a specific legendary behemoth called Malkarion that is only available in the hard mode if you can keep your progress at a high enough level to encounter him at the end. Second purpose is that lantern I was talking about, getting your lantern points. And that's what this little statue is for. As you get XP, you'll see here you get talent points. Each talent point gives you two things. One, it lets you unlock abilities here on the amp tree, which are things that are Escalation specific. They're only used in Escalation to make Escalation easier to play. And the second thing they do is every talent point will give you +2 power. As you can see here, it's kind of cut off because it's on Switch. But that +2 power carries over into every mode as an additional attack power and resistance. The max that you can raise Escalation per Escalation type, which there's only one of right now, but more will be out in the future, is 25 talent points, which will give you +50 power. In Escalation, whatever power your lantern had is multiplied by 3. So in this instance, we will have 84 additional power added to our base stats. Enough of that talking for that, though. Let me describe the build that you're going to be seeing me use for... I'm probably going to do... I know I talked a bit. Normally I would do 5 hunts in a row. I'm only going to do 4 because I was introducing the game. Let's talk about the build I'm going to be using. So, those of you who have seen me play any type of team game on the channel when I was playing World of Warcraft for a bit, those of you who saw my old channel and saw me playing Final Fantasy XIV know I like playing support characters. And while this game doesn't really have medics per se, and while the meta community at large doesn't really feel it's necessary, I enjoy playing it, and if you're not enjoying playing a game, why are you playing at all? So, this is my first build that I put together. It's not perfect. I've only been playing 2 weeks. But I'm going to describe the build and how it works. So, the weapon I'm using is, I'm using an axe, I'm using Skarn's Judgment. Skarn's Judgment has +3 Knockout King, which we're not going to focus on. The main focus of this is that dealing damage has a chance, based on the amount of damage dealt, to grant a stacking, refreshing health shield that lasts for 12 seconds. A health shield is what will get taken first before your HP gets taken, which, essentially means more survivability. On top of that, I'm not going to go through each individual piece and what they do, except for the Lantern. Lantern has the special abilities. So every Lantern has 2 abilities. The first ability is an instant ability that charges. You tap your Lantern button, and you get that ability. This one gives you a 6-second hit point shield for 250. If you hold the Lantern when that one is filled up, you will start a minor area of effect around you that deals 900 Terra or grass damage to nearby enemies over the course of 10 seconds. So those are the unique effects of the weapon and armor, or weapon and Lantern that I'm using. The perks here will cover everything else without me having to go into everything. So, Conduit. When I use that Lantern hold ability, all other Slayers will get +15 attack speed. More attack speed means everyone's doing more damage. It's a buff for everybody. Guardian. Whenever I get shields, 60% of those shields are applied to the nearest person to me. Once again, buffing somebody else, helping them out. Lucent. So the very top consumable, that's something I didn't cover. The very top consumable and the one that you can't change is your Slayer's Flask. It normally restores, 425 health. This ability lets it heal for 20% more, but instead of healing it all at once, it heals it over time. But while I'm healing, I will be gaining additional Lantern charge, and gaining that additional Lantern charge will let me use the hold ability a lot more often, which will give people attack speed a lot more often. I'll find myself using my self-heals, not necessarily to heal myself. I might be really close to full, but I'll be using them to give my fellow players as much attack speed as possible. 9 lives is a defensive defensive buff that 20% of the time you will only take half the damage that is actually thrown at you. And the first time you would be knocked out, you'll instead heal for 400 and become empowered for 10 seconds. Only happens at a +6, which is what we're at right now. You can obviously read the rest on your screen. I have +6 Rage Hunter in here right now. I do plan on replacing that, but for now, what that does, I deal 40% additional damage versus Enraged Behemoth. You can tell a Behemoth is enraged when it's glowing red, and its health portrait, which you'll see when we start fighting, is also glowing red. Glowing blue means that it is under, I believe it's ether striking or something along those lines. Let me look for the exact term real quick. Ether charged. So if you see blue, that's not enraged, that's ether charged. The other 2 abilities aren't as important. The Knockout King is there because that's what happens to be on the Skarn's weapon normally. +15% stagger damage. I want to point out that stagger damage, part damage, wound damage, when you see those things in this, they do not apply to the base health of the Behemoth. They only apply to that type of damage. When Behemoths have multiple different hidden HP bars, one of them happens to be stagger. In this instance, what will happen is when you deplete that stagger meter, the Behemoth will go down and stop attacking for a couple of seconds. After he gets back up, he'll get some extra resistance to stagger, and you have to go through that bar again. So having this Knockout King gives me +15% to my damage that's stagger. Etheric Attunement gives me additional 20% Lantern charge every time I attack. Since I'm not attacking very much as a slow axe user, having this will make all of my attacks have my Lantern charge faster, which lets me speed up my allies faster, which speeds up fights. That is the basis of this build. That's basically everything. It's a good supporting build. It keeps people alive. It keeps people attacking faster. And that is the concept of this specific build. I'm sorry for it being so long-winded, but I definitely want to describe what was going on before we go into the hunts. So now that you understand the build, you understand the general concept of how to play, we're finally going to get into some gameplay. Let's go into the map. And let us look for some people to play. And I'm going to do 4 of these plays for this video. And try to explain what's going on as we're playing. Commentary, like I said, it's really hard to just keep commentary going while you're playing a game solo. Unicorn won't always be here to be playing with me, and even when she is, even you guys saw from the last video we did when we didn't have live streaming and other people chatting with us, it can be kind of hard to keep a conversation up and running and going. Which is why I'm leaning slightly towards not having any commentary. However, once I get the current guild that I'm working with, once I get a good level of trust with them and they agree and they're okay with having their voices on the channel, I can then instead focus on, you guys can hear the interactions between teammates, and we can have a you can have a more active commentary that way, although I won't be exactly speaking as much about the game. You'll just be hearing kind of like the idle chatter as we're playing. Once again, that's something me and Unicorn as a team have to decide what is best for the channel. And we're going to be taking your guys' input into, so feel free to comment or talk to us on our Discord if you guys have been invited there already, and let us know what you prefer. So, our team here looks okay. You can't really tell, you can't look at other people's builds, which is a choice that Phoenix Lab made so people wouldn't back out if they saw somebody with what isn't good on or whatever. Basically, you can see what they look like, you can see what weapon they have, and that's about it. With the transmog ability, you can't even see if the armor they're using is the actual armor or not, because you can make any armor look like almost anything else. Also, on the Switch version and console versions, you cannot tell what systems the other players are on. If you see the symbols that you see next to each of them, that means they're on a different console. There's also a PC symbol. If you don't see a symbol next to them, it means they're on Switch. At least that's coming from the viewpoint of a Switch player. But we're about to go in, get your little intro. And we shall get started. We've got 2 Axe users, a Chain Blade user, and a Aether Striker user. So, tracking lightning. Slayers will be periodically targeted with a lightning curse that predicts their movements, and we are fighting the Riftstalker. This Riftstalker is a cat-like creature that likes to warp around and do stuff like that. Always fun. So, I'm getting in there as much as I can, sending attacks, trying not to get hit over much as I do so. Basically trying to keep the team buffed as much as I can. The symbol next to my R button is for my special, which lets me throw my axe at somebody, like so. I missed there completely. The tap L is your tap effect, which lets me give myself the shield. When you see the hold L, that's for the rocks that are around me. Now that increases everybody's attack speed. Blue on my bar is my shields. Green on my bar is my HP. The yellow bar underneath is stamina. Sprinting and using certain attacks will use stamina. All the other boxes are different buffs that I have on based on equipment or what other people have done. No, that was a bad throw. Shouldn't even have thrown it. I'll put my weapon away since he's warping around and just kind of dodge things. Dodging costs stamina, sprinting costs stamina. Someone broke a piece of his body, so we've all got some extra loot out of that. I missed with my axe again. No big deal. So yellow numbers are part numbers. Those are numbers that appear when you are doing damage to a behemoth's part HP. Part HP determines when a part breaks. Part breaks are what you need in order to get the materials needed to make more weapons and armor and stuff like that. And the Riftstalker is down. During escalation, what ends up happening then is a couple things. I want to make sure you collect all of the drops. Ether Vent has 5 uses for the entire team. If you don't, if they run out, you're kind of out of luck. I didn't exactly heal when we started. And at the end of each fight, you get to pick a buff to give yourself. We're going to take Thrill of the Hunt. So every time we kill something, we deal 10% additional damage. And since we're at the beginning of Escalation, that's going to stack up very quickly. It's actually a great one to get. So now we're going to be fighting 2 at once. And this is the only mode in the game where you're going to fight 2 behemoths at once. So that's one of the reasons why this new edition has been received so well by the community. Oh, there goes 9 lives. So my 9 lives triggered because I would have died to that normally. So now I'm at 400 health plus my heals. Keep my buffs up. Let me throw this and miss completely because why not? Oof, okay. Let's put some healing on here. Wow. Here, have that. Alright, so as you can see, this can get pretty wild pretty quickly. We're definitely being saved by our buffs here. So this guy just turned red and blue, so I would be doing additional damage to him. So I'm going to put my focus on him while he's... They're both actually enraged, which is nice. Good bullseye. So that bounty you just saw is one of the other ways to gain things for your hunt pass. You get bounties, and I'll show those off after this fight. As you complete them, you'll gain XP that you can use. Oof, that hurt a little bit. Yeet. Miss. So it looks like the other one has already been killed, or I'm too far away from it. I think it's already been killed. So we're down to just this. Watch out for armor appearing. I'm going to grab some of this here. Since the behemoths are down. Make sure you grab all the orbs. This is the only mode where we have to worry about grabbing the orbs. In any other mode, when you complete the behemoth, all of them will break on their own. Alright, so we get a second buff. Can either get one through dodging attacks, lantern tap crit chances, or gain some additional damage. We're going to take the lantern tap out of here. And now we're fighting a single, much stronger behemoth with 2 buffs on it. as Stage 3. Umbral instability. So basically what's going to happen with umbral instability is occasionally during this fight, black holes are going to appear. And if we choose not to attack and kill those black holes, they will expand and take every hunter on the field down to 1 HP. Definitely not something you want to happen. In fact, there's one of the black holes right there. So you see a couple of us are coming over here and making sure that it doesn't explode on us. And then getting right back into the fight. The second one is the spitters. That's these additional smaller minions that you see around. They will attack from long range, as you see that one just did. Taking them out will give you an empowered hit against the behemoth, plus make the fight a bit easier. So it's in your best interest to take them out as you see them. Keeping an eye out on the arena for more of those. Oof, okay, we're just gonna roll. Keep an eye out for... Ooh! We should be getting another black hole here shortly. There's the black hole going. I'm gonna go take care of that. Come on! Got it. Okay. Saved our bacon there. Thanks to our help from Vintor. Ooh, and we had a death, but he revived himself. You get 3 self-revives in most hunts. He just chose to use one because of how close the guy was to death. He used it successfully. That's a death orb, so he can't pick it up. Or it was already picked up and just kind of glitched. We're going to get our 3rd amp here. So I'm going to fill up my flask. Since my strategy uses my flask a lot, I'm going to take the one that fills up my flask. Gives my flask additional abilities on top of refilling it back up to 5. So it's a great one to take for me. Your mileage may vary. So now it's 2 behemoths with the weak spot ability. The behemoths have more HP, but they now have a conductive weak spot that does additional damage when you hit it. You'll see that by that little lightning on it. And we've got that big guy, his name is Shroud, and this little guy, he is a Embermane. Bloodfire, I believe. So you see, it looks like the group has decided to kill the Embermane first, which makes a lot of sense. So basically here I'm just wailing and trying to get as many shields on people as possible. Ooh, okay. Keep activating my abilities as I can. Keep those shields up on myself so I can activate them on other people. And that one hurt a little bit more than I wanted it to. The focus on the Embermane is real right now. We got a death. So you revive a person by standing over them and holding in the B button until they revive. This does put you at risk. There are some abilities that you can put on that make that faster. If you choose not to do that, what ends up happening is you'll see the little triangle over on the side above the number 46. That will be in every hunt, and that is your danger meter. If that goes to 100, your defenses go down and players cannot be revived by other players anymore. You keep that from going down for going up by not taking as much damage and keeping everybody up and revived. So the reason the screen is all black is because of the Shroud's ability to basically cloak the entire field. Try not to burn myself. I burned myself. That's not good. I'm gonna die. Hope. Yep, I'm dead. Alright. 2 people dead. I'm just gonna get up so I can revive him. Try to get this Evermain taken care of so we don't have to focus on 2 things. Oh, that was not good. I'm not gonna use another self-revive. I'm gonna hope somebody gets me. Although I might have to, looking at it. I'm just gonna self-revive. And I missed. That's great. Is not down yet, and I died to fire again. I haven't been collecting those molten hearts. What do we got? We got 2 people dead. He's getting up. I'm sure he's going to revive me. Give him a shield for his troubles. Oh, and I missed. That is not good. Thank you. That was called a boop in this game, when you knock them down like that. Hopefully we can finish him off before he moves. He's gone. So now we finally only have to focus on 1 person. Or 1 behemoth, excuse me. I should make the fight a little easier as we go. There he is. Oh, no, that's his shroud. That's not the real one. Just gotta throw my axe this way, and while I do that, go and hit this revive up. Go back, get my axe. Use my last heal. Start throwing some grenades. So he's at half. We should be able to take him from here. I'm gonna wait for him to kind of pop down. Take a throw at him. Oh, that hurt. Need my shields to pop back. I want that ether. I was just gonna grab some here. Give everyone some attack speed again. Give another yeet. Oh! Up he jumps. Coming down. More attack speed for everybody. Another yeet. Some more attack speed. Alright, he's almost gone. Oh, that hurt. Alright. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? He's over there. Yeets. And a miss. Right into the wall. See if I can get a stagger on him. Is that a kill? That is not a kill. Where is he? Over here. There we go. Oh, no. Bad shroud. Oh, that's the fake. Oh. And he's down. Ooh, boy. Yeah, we did. We earned our pay on that one. There's nothing left in the vent. We're going to hope we get a flask refill here. Because the next one is Malkarion. We did. We shall refill our flask. Or do we want to do shields for 15 seconds? Fill our flasks. Need health. So this is Malkarion. This is the first legendary behemoth of the game. I'm going to let them handle. I'm going to use some of this ether. And then I'm going to go do that revive if he doesn't handle it already. Oof. Should have shielded. It was my fault. Jump up in the air. And miss completely. Alright. And yes, I used that whole ether vent, but this is the last boss, so we should be fine. Alright. Back to work. Alright, my heal's over. I can set up another one. Let me go get this revive if he's not getting up already. Oh, that was a bad throw. I meant to turn around. I am so sorry, team. Alright. Get this going again. Ooh. Good shot. Up. Throw. Nice stagger. Oof, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? He's up over my head. He's up over my head. Alright, give me that extra damage. I think I missed. Let's jump on his back here. Oh! That was a miss we did not want to have at that point. But he's almost dead, though. We have this. Oh, no, 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 no. Somebody boop him or I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I got eaten. I'm just gonna self-revive. We're near the end here. No reason to hold it. Nice hit. Sorry, I got something for you. Oh, and that's a death. Gonna have to hope the other two take care of it, or we get revives. We're still in revive mode. As long as we're not 100%, we can be revived even if we don't have self-revives. Oh, he beeped when he should have booped. Roll dodge. Jump in for the strike. And got him while on his back. Yes.
Never doubted you for a second, Cap. Now get the charge taser that thing was guarding. We can get out of here.
And that is a complete. We will be doing 3 more of these for this video. Good run, guys. Thank you, team. Good amount of stuff. Really good amount of stuff. Get a little drink of my G Fuel while we're reloading here. G Fuel is currently running a buy one get one on their tubs of G Fuel. It comes out to less than $1 per serving, and it's a great alternative to other energy drinks. I highly recommend it. gfuel.com if you're interested. If you want some flavor recommendations, I recommend my favorites are Snow Cone, Cotton Candy, and Hype Sauce. Hype Sauce is like a raspberry lemonade flavor. But yeah, alright, so whenever you complete one of these, you've gotten Charge Ether, which gives you more of these XP. Didn't get enough for another talent point, so there's nothing to do there. However, you got a whole bunch of other parts. So one of the things you definitely want to do is you want to check to see if there's anything you can craft. I'm definitely going to craft these up at this up to 6. Guess I can't craft that now because I used the part. Let's just kind of finish. Get this up as high as we can. Alright.
Catch you next time.
So that was the Malkarion headpiece. We just upgraded with some of the stuff we got.
Willis can always find time for it.
And we're just going to see if how far we are from making Malkarion's ultimate weapon. Still need a bunch of stuff, so we're going to be grinding this for a while. So that being said,
Keep your blades
really nothing else to look at here. We're going to go right back in. Oh, bounties. We completed a bounty. So when you complete bounties, you get XP. That XP is used to increase the track of your hunt pass. The only reason I'm actually claiming these and doing these is for a side quest that is available right now. I'll show you in a second. And also what I'm doing is every time you use the token, you can select from 3 different abilities, or not abilities, bounties to try to complete. But the reason that we are doing this is the special quest for the holidays gets we need 800 extra Hunt Pass XP to get some additional emotes. And if we look at our quest section, we are 585 out of 800. So we still need to do a bunch of quests. Is the only reason I'm doing them outside of the Hunt Pass, because the Hunt Pass I have completed. Nothing else here to do. So we could either hit start, or we could just go here to go into a quest. So we're going to go right back into Escalation, do a second run. We've already found our group. We're just looking for a server that we can all jump into. Any of these done? Nothing done yet. I'll explain that in a later video if you guys wish to know what the middleman, like, how to use him to better your game. But we're going to go in and get our second fight in. 2 out of 4. Here we go. So it looks like we've got repeaters, hammer. I want to say strikers on the one guy. I can't see what's on the back. There could be double repeaters. I can't really see what's on his back. Definitely have repeaters on PTY 507 Chino. And away we go. Yes, so it's repeaters, ether strikers, hammer, and axe for this run. Weak spot, 1 behemoth. Escalation 10 with Rift Stalker again. See if we can kill him in under 3 minutes, shall we? Those back portals, they can be vicious. Alright, time to go into the hole. Good team. And I ran out of my 1 consumable. That's quite alright. I forgot to refresh my consumables before we started. Probably not a mistake you guys want to make. Make sure you have your consumables, especially in Escalation. Not necessary, but they do make life easier. Okay, that was a waste of a grenade. We'll just pretend I didn't throw that, okay? Purple drop. Give me that. Oof. Stagger. And and smack. One, two, three. Fourth one, he will stay out. Sorry, fifth one. Is he doing double? Oh, it's because we have him at half. That's why. Okay. Normally it's 4. And down we go into the abyss. Save my shields. Oh, we lost a player. Oh no. Goodbye, Aether Striker. Now, losing a player isn't as bad in a game like this. Because the behemoths will scale down. So, it's not the end-all of end-all. It's not like you're screwing over your teammates. It can be annoying for sure, but I definitely don't recommend making a habit of it, but there are fail-safes in place. Oops. Let go of the button too soon. Alright. Alright, so what do we got? Squad goals, Breath of Life, or Ravenous. You know what? We're going to go with the Eidolons. So, a lot of the top tier players don't like this. I like it because it's a consistent form of damage. It's basically a little buddy that will follow you and damage the closest enemy. Every time I use a consumable, it will double its attack speed. For not only mine, but everybody else's on the field. I like it. I think it's fun. It may not be the best, but it's fun. So once again, you see that the Ember main seems to be what's being focused on, which is perfectly acceptable. It's one of the easier ones. If you can focus it down early, it's actually one of the easiest. As you can see, it's already at half. Already down to a quarter. And it's dead. Now we can handle Bessie over here. Or the Boreas. Oh, I missed. That spin can be brutal. Alright, let's kill some of these things. Oof. Okay. And live saved my butt there. I'm gonna aim this at some of the extras. And go chase it. Shields down. And we have a death. I'm gonna just hit this damage and then go hit that revive. Partner took care of it already. Good job, PTY. Just gonna call you Party. Oh, well, it wasn't a total waste, I guess. PTY, I got you. Guess we both got you. If two people try to revive, they'll revive faster. Alright. Still has his shield up. That means there's still things that he's going to summon for us to kill. Which is perfect. We'll just throw our axe at a line of them. And we end up hitting the behemoth instead. One time we don't want to. I hate they just keep running. Which is one of the reasons I happen to like the Eidolon buff. Because they will hit those extras. Which means all you have to do is be near them instead of the behemoth, and they will get targeted down. And that is a kill, guys.
That behemoth has snarled its last.
I don't need any more than that. I'll let that for them. And we'll go see what our next buff shall be. Flasks. Executioner is not really that good. Bulwark is more defense. Frenzy is more attack. We'll take the Frenzy one. And refill. Black holes and spitters again. So we're fighting a Razor Ring Cowraback. This guy is interesting. My weapon isn't as effective against him. He's the same type. So these little bugs that end up showing up on some of your players, they keep you from attacking. If somebody else attacks them though for you, they'll just remove. And we better take care of this. Somebody better take care of this. Good, that's taken care of. Let's go up. Take him head on. Get a little distraction going. While they take care of some spitters. Oh. You... Okay, cool. And I missed my axe. That's cool, too. Lovely. 9 lives saved my life, literally, there. Oh, he used himself. Okay, that's cool. We actually did that. Everyone kill this. I'm glad everyone knows their priorities. Like... That actually makes for a good team, even if we are all croaking right now. Everyone knows their priorities. Gotta get these bugs off me. Go get a stagger. Come on. Damn it. Ah, missed. Bounce to me. Oh. Yeah. Oh, and I lost it. No, lost all my damage bonus. It's alright. We got another fight to get it back from Malkarion. So I missed too many shots, is what it was. I wasn't using my charge attacks as much, which I guess is, you know, my fault. Alright, I've got 2 flasks. Oh yeah, Virulent Impact. When you critically strike, you'll 70% of the crit's damage to all behemoths. Absolutely. Oh, okay. Shroud again. Oh, man. This might be a little rough. With weak spot. Okay. Get off of me. Keep people alive. That's our goal. Oof. We are just getting wrecked. I don't know if we're gonna make it to the end of this one. I mean, we haven't died yet ourselves. Oh, there goes our 9 lives. And our death. Wow! Just gonna stint. Like, that was like death to death right in a row. That kind of hurt. Oh my gosh. Who's left? Anybody? I'm just gonna get up and revive. Can't have that danger meter going up. Because he's in that dark pit. Got him up, okay. And I threw my axe all the way away. Good job, me. Everybody's dying. I'm the only one left alive. Alright. Oof. Shield myself. You know what? Screw you. Take that to the leg. Ow! 1 death, 2 death, 3 death, blue death. I don't want to use this last stint. If we hit 84, I'll use it. shield for you. Ow! Okay, I'm just stinting for that. It's my last stint. Alright, we got that one down. Give us some credit. Alright, little known fact. Defeating the Shroud Double counts as a Dark Behemoth for quests. The more you know. Ouch! I have no stints left and can't be revived. I'm gonna have to wait till this fight's over. Good luck, guys. I don't think we're gonna have this, but it was a good run. GG's. Oh, we got back up. We still have a chance. Very tiny chance. This might take a while. Actually, I honestly don't think we have too much of a chance at all. I think he's gonna croak as soon as it goes back to dark. Or just now. He has all his stints still. It's nice. That should be his last stint. GG's. We're getting out of here. That's hunt number 2, and you can see how you can get overwhelmed. I don't even think it was because the 4th person left. I just think, in general, we just had you know, sometimes hunts go like that. We got some Rift Soul shards, though. Definitely got some orbs and some of that good stuff. 2 more hunts to go. I'm going to craft some more stuff to take in and replace my consumables, though, while I'm thinking about it. Consumables before I forget. Alright. Hi. What can I make? Not much. Not nearly enough of those to take in.
Very good, Captain.
Alright, so chose that, and we're gonna go straight up with some heal stuff here. Let me see if I should have enough to craft. some heal grenades.
Hello there, Slayer.
I have to craft 2. Beautiful.
Take care out there.
I only own. It's not even worth bringing. I mean, that's fine. Might as well bring those. And might as well bring those. We did not gain enough to gain another level yet. We complete the next hunt, we will.
Hey there.
As far as upping everything, if there's anything we want to up. I have plenty of options. I just don't think there's anything I want to up. Let's say, do I have enough to go to +6 on all of these? Because that'll give me some mastery. Yes, I do. So we're just gonna... So one of the ways you gain additional XP is by leveling up armor, and the tiers are like having it all crafted, going to 6 and going to 10. So having enough to do that is always nice, because you get extra mastery for doing so. I literally need one more fire orb. I might get that at some point. Sorry if I'm kind of de-winding from that fight. Doing a little bit of pushing up. Probably don't have enough to go to 6 for these, but I'll get up to as high as I can. Yep, that's the end of those. Nope, not enough for that. Okay, still can't craft that. We do have enough to go to 6. That's a good milestone hit on any armor, like I said. Might as well. Once again, I'm sorry guys, I'm de-winding. That was a stressful fight. +6 on those, nice. Might as well. Hope to get this piece at some point to finish that one off. And yeah, we'll just, why not? Use up as much of our materials as we can. Alright, so you're gonna see we get a bunch of mastery objective completes. Maybe we'll actually get a level up in Behemoth Mastery. Nope. And just so you can see why that's so important. So Behemoth Mastery, as you get more of it, lets you actually increases your max armor level, as well as the max amount of consumables you can bring with you. So until I get to Behemoth Mastery 25, my armor can only go up to plus 10. And it looks like I need at least 2 or 3 more check marks. Either way, let's... enough of that menuing. Let's get into our third fight here. This one and one more, guys, and we'll call the video quits, and then I'll get ready for uploading it.
What?
It's about 2 in the afternoon on a Saturday. I'll be able to use some of my ace chips and speed up one of these cells probably after this match. And I'll explain that. So hopefully all 4 stay. Once again, it's not a big deal if people drop. Behemoth HP drops accordingly. So it's not as big of a deal. But it'd be nice if we have 4 people. Flesh-colored Rift Stalker over there. That Rift Stalker chest, that's really cool. Marvelous 366. Hey, everyone's in. We're going. Alright, double chain blade, repeater, and axe. Here we go. It's not flesh-colored. It's all like orange fire. That's actually really cool. Alright, away we go. We've got black holes with Firebrand Shurog. He's not as bad. I wonder how many people have Molten Pact. Oof, that hurt. Hurt quite a bit. In fact, I hit my trap card. On fire. I should not be on fire. Yeah, no one brought Molten. This is going to be great. I'd bring it. I just don't have the sell slot for it. So what Molten does is, I don't know if you guys remember the first fight, but there's an ability that creates a bunch of these red heart orbs. Those red heart orbs do two things. They increase your attack and movement speed by 25% and make you immune to burn. Something I could really use right now. I'm gonna drop a healing pile because I don't want to die this early. Gotta get that purple drop. Now I'm gonna burn. I'm gonna try to get my shield up before I take too much damage. He's almost dead anyway. We should be fine. And he's dead. Good work, team. And got him in under 3 minutes. That is a Behemoth Mastery checkpoint. I think this is a good team. Throw the hunt, gotta take it. When you get it first, gotta take it. The other two are really good too, but throw the hunt on your first amp pickup. If you can get some Malkarion, you're doing a shite amount of damage. He's got immune, so I'm going to switch over to the other guy. Oh, that's going to hurt. Alright, that's cool. Where are you, Shrikey? So Shrike has a bug right now that if he's next to a wall, it's harder to actually what we call booping, which is where you interrupt them in the air and basically knock them down. That'll get fixed soon, hopefully. Phoenix Labs is, you know, from what I understand, pretty good at being aware of what needs fixed. Sometimes it might take them time to do so, but that's a thing right now. Alright, we've got this ice armor off of him so we can continue the assault. I'm actually going to put a defense pylon down. Get some self-heal in. Now I'm going to... Oh, he self-revived. I was going to get him. I really was. A lot of people using stints early. I will say that. Gotta switch off. Oh man. Give me some shields. Oh man. Teammates dying everywhere. Alright, my axe finished. It went through the cliff. That is fucking great. Guess I'm on revive duty. Not like I can fight. Ugh. Alright, I got my axe back. Too little too late. Oh, wow. I honestly thought based on that first behemoth we were going to be fine. Oh, we got the strike down. Oh, I need to kill these things. JC, don't tell me you're out of stints. This is a time to use them. Oh, man. Alright, you're up. Okay, that might have been a little greedy of me, but in all seriousness, kind of needed it. Oh, we're going to take that all day. I'm going to grab these orbs and then head over to the fight. And he dies already. Alright. I guess we get up there and heal them. Should have waited for all of us, honestly. Didn't have to start that fight so soon. Fire, on the other hand, is not my best friend right now. Not with this build. Nobody's running mold. Wow, okay, I'm shocked, so nothing I can do. It's one. It's two. And the other guy left. Alright, cool. Remember when I said I had a good feeling about this team? Oh, this is why I'm Tosicamir. And there goes my 9 lives. And then I'm going to get killed on this revive. Come on. Not that I have my weapon anyway. Oh, right into the fire. Why the hell not? Get this molten, yes. So this specific behemoth, when you break his scales, breaks off molten. So even if your party isn't carrying it, there's still a chance of grabbing it. But he also spews fire absolutely everywhere. So that with the lightning shocks, man. Pylons aren't exactly going to be the best option here. Can't keep reviving you guys. You guys get the point. A little help goes a long way, guys. Keep you up and going, keep you up and going. Nope. No. Okay. Did you really just do that? No. No. Get up. Dead. Getting up. Tap, tap. Nope. Heal, heal. Attack speed. Go. Come on, come on. Oh! That was a bad spot. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. I can handle this. Let's go. There's literally nothing I can do about them now. They're on their own. And we get it! Round 3 complete, but barely. Oh, man. Have to. I need help. Karabakh and Ember. You know, actually, this isn't a bad combo for number 4. This should be doable. Can somebody take care of the spitters? Or is that my job too? Alright, come on. Let's go. Attack speed up. No! Ooh! Right in my way. Appreciate that so much. Who got that boop? Good boop. Oh, death already. Okay, I can take care of that. Come on, let me go. Nope, not today. Down. We got one left. Come on, revive, 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 revive. And off the ledge I go. Good thing it doesn't count as a death, but holy crap. Alright. Oh, definitely getting my healing stripes today. Oh, this is not good for me. Stint. I just caught myself on fire. That's game. That was a little much, guys. I mean, that was honestly probably my fault for, like, not just, like, trying to lead them away, but they didn't have any stints left. It's okay. We actually did make it past the third one, which is better than I thought we were going to do. Did not get our next level yet, but we got some epic flaming soul shards, which are always nice. Neutral skull gem is good. You know what? It really wasn't a bad. It was a run. It was a thing. Perfectly okay with how that went down. Alright, I'm going to explain the middleman here, and we're going to go into our last hunt for the day. Explain what ace chips are and stuff like that. So the middleman is, remember I was talking about all the different cells that you place into your armor, your weapon, and your lantern to give you additional perks? Well, the middleman will help you with all the different cells you get at random through completing missions and quests, upgrading them and fine-tuning them into better purple versions of themselves. So, you start out with one of these three unlocked. The others you have to pay for with real cash. I've paid for all three. But I'm going to show you guys here. So, you get ace chips. You get 15 ace chips a day. Each ace chip lets you skip an hour of time. And different upgrades take different amounts of time. So, you know, we're gonna skip this one because I have enough ace chips to do so.
It belongs to you now.
And I'm going to show you what you can do with these. So, you have a couple different options. Actually, it's explained pretty well with the info section. So, the middleman allows Slayers to exchange cells or obtain different, usually higher rarity cells. Slayer then waits a certain amount of time in order to complete the exchange. Time can be reduced using ace chips. If you combine cells of the same cell rank and the same type, gives you a higher rarity cell of that same type. Two identical +1 cells gives you a +2. Two identical +2s gives you a +3. Combining different cells from the same family will give you a higher rarity cell of that same family. So two different power +1 cells from the power family will give you a random +2 power. Different cell types, combining +1s and +2s of different types will just give you a completely random cell. And anytime you get a +3, you can pay some rams. You can roll any +3 into any other random +3. Good. That is very good for if you have more than 2 +3s of something, because you can never have anything higher than +6. So if you have like 3 +3 of somethings, re-rolling it is perfect. So let's take a look at what we have. See, we have 3 Aether Hunter cells here, +3. So that's actually, you know, we want a different +3 cell. So we're just going to do that, and it's going to put 2,000 rams in the other. Now this is going to take 72 hours. As you'll see. 2 days and 21 hours. I could use 70 chips and do it immediately, or I could wait. So, I also want to show you these up here. So, every week, they put 3 cells out that you can purchase. These cells cost either platinum, or they cost ether dust. The way you get ether dust is by taking cells that you don't want anymore and basically destroying them to create ether dust. Or salvaging them is the term they use. So, while I'm decompressing from that last fight, we're going to go down and look at some of these. We're going to decompress a bunch of cells that we normally don't use to get the ether dust we need. And every cell does have its use. Some are definitely better than others. But every cell has its use. If I didn't have 2 lucents, I'd be a little upset. I did. Okay, we're good. So I have 120 points now. I actually need 140 to buy all 3 of these cells, and I'm going to buy them. There's no reason not to unless you already have all of them for that. I already have all the lucent I need, so I can just get the other 20 from here. And now I can literally buy these. Buying the +3s are always a good option, because at the worst you can spend some rams, re-roll them. I would buy everything at first, unless you're absolutely certain you don't need it. Like if you already have 2 +3s of that, because you can, like I said, you can do the mixes for the re-rolls and everything. So that's what I did there. Just bought those.
There's a price for everything.
Hopefully that was explained well enough by the game. I feel like that's the one thing in the game that's explained really well, how to upgrade cells. Although not necessarily how to use those cells to make effective builds. But yeah, alright, we're down to our last hunt. Just gonna go over here, check armor.
Hey there. What's up?
Because we did get a couple more materials. Upgrade our Rift Stalker now is all at +6, which is great. That's what we wanted. Those were already at +6. Didn't get the piece we needed for that. I can start upgrading these a little bit.
Don't get yourself killed.
So between that and the boop, did we get a behemoth mastery up? Probably not. How close are we? Well, we're still a bit far off, but we will get there. My goal, like once I get to 25, like I said, I'll be able to then go do some grinding to put my armor up a bit, which will help my survivability. Let's get our bounties that we did completed. Nope. Yes. Alright, last hunt of the day, ladies and gentlemen. At least for the channel. I do hope you enjoy this content, and I really do want to know your opinions, those of you that watch, either below directly on the channel itself, or, you know, through Discord if you're a part of any of the Discords that you know that I'm a part of. Please let me know if you prefer me to be commentating like this, or if you'd prefer no commentary at all, outside of maybe explaining the builds as I do different builds. Or if you would actually prefer to hear me play with trusted group mates. If that would be the case, I probably won't be able to put out as much content, but I can definitely put some content out. It really just comes down to what you guys want, because, you know, as much as I like making content, at the end of the day, this channel's for you guys. So, you know, I want to put things out that you guys are going to sit and watch and enjoy and, you know, talk about. And hopefully get some of you guys involved in the game. So, Usui Takami 18 using chain blades. We've got I'm not sure what they're using. I think it's... I'm not even sure. I know that's repeaters. We're just going to ready up. Gabu Tozui Miki is using repeaters. Uzu Takumi is using chain blades. And I'm not sure the weapon on the back of Huge Diesel 324. But welcome to my channel, guys. And let's go take some names. Oh, you're not ready now. Ready, not ready. Oh, just back and forth. Got it. 1, 2, 3. Huge Diesel waiting on you. Update for you guys that followed and watched my ritual motion video. I've been using the gloves for about a week now. They definitely help with my longer play sessions. Oh! Okay. I guess we're not doing that hunt. Error. Fantastic. Alright, so... let's load back in. Try it again. Promised you 4 hunts. We're doing 4 hunts. First time that's ever happened to me. I don't know why it happened, but it happened. But like I was saying, I've had the Ritual Motion Gloves for about a week now. They really do help with elongated play sessions. They make the pain a lot more tolerable for a 34-year-old man with carpal tunnel. Tiny gripe being that the material kind of rolls up a little bit. But you know, with this type of material that's going to happen, that doesn't affect performance whatsoever. The inner pieces that I showed you on that video are still nice and firm. There's no like wear and tear really as much. And I'm enjoying them. They make me feel like I'm, you know, gearing up and getting ready to do some professional stuff. As I'm talking to you, I'm kind of looking at my gloves. There's a small little, like, part of it that I think maybe the cat got its kind of claw into. It's not a hole. It's more like just a discoloration. But that's not a fault of the glove. That's more of a fault of being here. Alright, we're going right back in. I want to get into a hunt as fast as possible. Also, let me know what you guys think of the outfit that I'm wearing. This was my Christmas outfit I decided to put together, but one of the great things about this game is all the different abilities you can use to dye, change the colors, change the looks of your weapons and stuff. I'm going to try to use different color builds and looks for my different builds, and you know, I might change from the Christmassy coloring you know, after New Year's as far as this build's concerned, if you ever see this build again, which you probably will. This is my go-to build for the moment. But let me know if you like the build, if you like how it looks. And I'm going to be definitely doing some more builds. You know, I have purchased all of the dyes, but I don't have like all the transmog tokens yet, so I can't just necessarily make anything out of anything yet. Later down the line, I'll probably drop some money on buying just a ton of transmog tokens and unlocking all the transmogs. Alright, Kilted Gamer, Chief Greenwoods, and Cry Takes Walls. Chain Blades, Hammer, and something. So as you can see, Kilted Gamer and Cry Takes Walls are on PC. Chief Greenwoods is on a console other than Switch. If you're playing on PC, you'll actually get to see what console the other consoles are on. But, you know, consoles don't want their competitors being visible. on their platform, so we get to see it like this. Ah, Kilted Gamer is using Aether Strikers. I can see the striker from the back now. So we got Aether Strikers, Hammer, Chain Blades, Axe. Hopefully we all stay, and hopefully we can get to Malkarion. We can see one more Malkarion fight. Good luck, team. Welcome to my channel. Let's get going. I'm gonna fall flat on my face. Bam. Ah, Black Hole's Firebrand. Where have we seen this before? That's some pain. That's some pain. That's a hit. Yep, we moved a little too far away, but I didn't get hit, so it's a wash. Oop, okay, back up. Yeetus fetus! Give me my axe. Now let me out of the fire. Oh. Pain in my torso. Oof. That hurt. Good stuff. Fetus, fetus. We got a leg cut out of that. Elemental Tail Jam. Nice. We also have a death. Let's be a good person and take a Cry Takes Walls. Get him back up. Alright. I think most of these guys are playing Half-Life. Which means my shields... So a Half-Life build in this game means you're playing with the Discipline Cell. If you're playing with the Discipline Cell, you can't have any more than 50% of your life. There are some benefits to this. There's a lot of different builds that require you to have less than Half-Life for something to trigger. Having these builds activated is actually really cool. Chief Greenwoods is not running that. That's the end of that. Okay. But Kilted Gamer and Cry Takes Walls both are. Those are advanced builds. Yay, I get 4 things now. I'm going to give myself some lifesteal. Survivability. Oof. That hurt a little bit. Unshock me, please. Thank you. Oh, damn. Damn. Okay, come on. Hit me. I need the money. Oh. You know, I saw it coming. Didn't even think much of it. Alright, heal time. So those pylons definitely kept me alive through that little attack bonus there. Someone heal him. Good breaks, guys. Double break loot, double break loot, double break loot. Good stuff. I'm gonna take some ether. This is going to be a good finish. Guilty Gamer isn't running Half-Life. I thought maybe he was. I have plenty of consumables. I don't want crit chance. I take the Eidolon. Means we're going to use one consumable at a time. To try to max out this Eidolon usage. Is that my 9 lives broke? My 9 lives broke. Okay. Oh. Break these. Ow. That was a wasted consumable. Alright. Dropping a pylon. Can't even get to you. Oh. That's you nice. He's gonna have to wake himself up. I can't get to him. Now I can. Now I'm down. Where is he? Oof. Okay. Yo! Bad axe. Everyone left. I'm by myself. Oh. That is a sickening feeling, guys. Levers. I get this, nobody likes fighting this guy, but... Oh, that is so sickening feeling. Self-stinting, no choice. Let's go. I glitched at 1 HP. Can't get to my axe. Oh, okay. So we had one successful hunt out of 4.
Let's get to safety and try again later.
I can't believe they all left on me, though. I think it's the first time, like, I've actually had a run where, like, a run of escalations where people have left on me. And I'm just going to be honest. Like, I've been playing for 2 weeks. It's the first time this has happened multiple times in a row. I don't know whether that's me having just caught a lucky break for those first 2 weeks, or if this is the norm. I'd like to think it's not. To be fair, for that last fight, he's not a very easy behemoth to fight in the first place. And there is no penalty for leaving a hunt, so especially for those PC players that were with us, like, they can just exit out, come back in, and there's no penalty. You know, the behemoth does lose HP, so it's not, like, totally unfair for those that are left behind. I mean, as far as, like, difficulty's concerned. I didn't really even see many people die that much. I really think we could have handled that. But, you know, when you're playing pickup games, that's what's gonna tend to happen. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I would like to end up doing things with guildmates. But if I'm doing them with guildmates, then, you know, if I'm doing them with guildmates, then I'm going to have to chat with them, and then there's not going to be commentary until, you know, I get that level of trust with them and make sure that everybody who's in the chat wants to be in the video. And on top of that, then you won't have any background music. Not that there's much in this game anyway. There's a lot of, you know, back and forth of how do you want to handle it. Just trying to figure out where to spend my point. I really don't want to unlock something that I'm not going to use. I mean, this is just an upgrade, so I'll just put it in here because it's not unlocking anything. And then I'll be able to use these when I get my next points. But yeah, sorry you only got to see one Malkarion fight out of that, guys. That wasn't my intention. I apologize immensely. I do hope that we get a chance to see some more Malkarion fights on the channel. Just kind of finishing up here.
Watch your back out there.
But that's going to be the end of this video. I'm going to turn it off, make sure it actually uploaded everything, video and sound, and then upload it if it has done so. If it hasn't, you'll never hear this. So until next time, guys, I'm Tosicamir, reminding you that it is dangerous to game alone. Take this. Thanks for watching. We are just going to trot away to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Bye!